What's up, shitheads? Welcome back to the channel. The day has finally arrived. The highly anticipated Altis Sigma has been delivered. You know what, truth be told, guys, for a while I thought I was a Talaria boy for life, TB. I had an MX5, I used to hang out with my homie Lance and Reed. We used to go to Costco and buy outfits and stuff. But you know what? I decided it's time for me to go out on my own, and we're going to upgrade today. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. Alright guys, full disclosure, I already started filming this and my dumbass didn't have the mic hooked up, so I'm going to pretend like I didn't undo the first part of this box, which by the way, I have to say this box that this thing comes in is an A+. This is the nicest box I have yet to encounter with any e-bike or E-Moto. There's these metal tabs you got to bend out, pry this box apart. This thing is just very secure. Really nice box. It almost had me to the point where I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just leave this thing in the box and just have it in my living room just to flex on the haters. But you know what? I do want to take this thing for a ride. So I already bent out the tabs, got the top taken off, and then now we get our first look at the Altis Sigma, guys. You know what that smells like? It smells like the transformation of you becoming a Sigma male. Because you know what, as soon as you get one of these bad boys, you're no longer alpha, you're a Sigma. This is one of my least favorite things to do is unboxing bikes. And I don't even know why you guys are watching this, but you know, I decided I'd film it because it's cheap views, right? Here we have the front tire. Check it out, look at that big old brake rotor in the front. That's cool looking, isn't it? Should put this on a necklace and be like Flavor Flav, like, yeah, boy. So I ordered this thing from RevRides. Unfortunately, these things got caught in the Seattle port, a little bit delayed due to customs. So thanks to RevRides, but no thanks to those Seattle customs trying to make sure terrorists aren't importing stuff. Ooh, look how pretty it is, guys. I like to cut first, ask questions later. Oh yeah, it's pure Colombian stuff. Customs must have missed this. So you got your display in here, the number plate, the front fender. Oh God, it's breaking. We have cardboard, guys. Ooh, look at this charger. That's a nice charger. These things can make quite the mess when you're unboxing them. So a little pro tip, guys, do it at your friend's house and then leave all the junk there. Saves a ton of time and cleanup. We got our handy dandy Altis keys here. So first thing I'm gonna do here is get this battery out. And the battery is underneath, the lock is underneath the seat here. I have one hand here, it's hard to do these things. Ooh, look at it, it's all pretty, it's so brand new and sparkly. These massive connectors, those are beefy. There, look at the battery, that thing is huge, 98 volt. Hey guys, another pro tip. Also do this at your friend's house so you can use his electricity to charge it. I don't feel bad about it because he always comes to my house with his battery and he's like, hey, can I charge this up? He works for the power company too and he's taking my power. No shame. I have to tell you guys, obviously I'm going to be some biased because, yes, this is my brand new bike. But just looking at the fit and finish, this bad boy looks like really nice. They did an awesome job. Down to the brake rotor. Look at that brake rotor. That's huge. 250 millimeter, 2.5 millimeters thick. Most rotors are 220 and 2.3 millimeters thick. I mean, what are you stopping? A little tricycle or something? A little kiddie bike? These massive brake calipers. These look very similar to the MX5 brakes. The rear shock, I don't know what brand these suspension components are yet, but the shock looks nice. And this is in a more up and down orientation as opposed to the other ones where they're more like at that angle. If I knew how to use words better, I could describe it. Here you go, the Altis gearbox here. I have to say, right off the bat though, I ride an E-Moto, I have an E-Ride Pro, I have an MX5, and still when I look around at other people riding, I have a hard time differentiating what model their bikes are. But this one, you're going to be able to easily spot. That's an Altis Sigma. Really cool. They come in these little pouches here, keeping your brake handle here, and the caliper is just floating down there. You have to connect it to the bike as well. First time seeing that. Almost every other bike I've had, the caliper is connected to the wheel, connected to the stanchion already. So that's one thing I heard people complain or mention about the Altis. So these have a 7/8 handlebar. Look how skinny that is in the middle. So it's kind of funny because the rest of this stuff is super beefy. There's the stem, the big old nut on there. You got the huge triple clamp forks here. That's one solid piece. And then the handlebars themselves. Here's a handlebar that'll fit on the E-Ride, Suron, MX5, and all those. And look at this. Look at the size difference. So this is a 7/8 all the way around, and this is a traditional handlebar. Not sure why they did that, but it seems kind of funny. Not that I plan on bending them, but it'd be nice if they had the standard size. I'm gonna return it, actually. He wants to ship it back. I don't want it anymore. Did I mention I hate unboxing? Because I hate unboxing. It's like, hey, you got your shiny new toy, but you can't use it yet until you spend an hour unboxing the thing. Now it's time to free the front axle from this block here. So all these nuts need to be loose as well. And then you undo the axle. There's another styrofoam box over here, and this one's got, ooh, brake rotor adapter. Look at these nice CNC pegs. These pegs look really nice. One deluxe kickstand. You guys remember seeing that video where people were like, oh, it doesn't come with a kickstand? Yeah, because people kept putting videos out with that stupid prototype bike. It got to the point when I would see a video like the new Altis Sigma, and they're riding it and they're like, it's the prototype bike. I subscribed to the channel just so I could unsubscribe and leave a comment telling them I did that. Nobody cares about the prototype bike, asshole. Once there's a production unit, nobody cares about the prototype anymore, okay? Follow me for more pro tips. So at this point, you're probably thinking the same thing I am. Why did I do this, you know? I still have to put the rest of this junk together. I'm kind of over it, for the truth be told. But we still got a while for that battery to charge, so we might as well finish putting it together, right? So next step, I'm going to go with the front tire. Let's put the front tire on. Go to look at these CST tires because these aren't going to be on here long. I already have a set of Shinko 241s, but I'm not going to be a jerk and ride it without the stock tires at least once or twice. Guys, don't forget to lube your shaft. Last thing you want to do is get it chafed. Score up the metal here. So we're going to put this on. It's going to go this direction. Guys, in the bag here, there's a couple spacers you're going to need. Ask me how I know. You put one of the spacers on each side, like so. Okay, this is where it can be a little tricky, and it definitely helps to have it up on a stand like I have it here. But if you're doing this by yourself, it can be kind of a pain in the butt because you can see the stanchions rotate freely of each other here. So you're kind of fighting the stanchions. Uh-oh. You guys, you make sure you're getting all full penetration. And we're going to do about 2 ugga-duggas here on the axle. And now we're going to put on our handy-dandy little handlebar mount here. And look how dinky this is. I don't understand this one. They put all this massive beefiness here, and then it's like, here's your little cute little handlebar clamp. Look at that thing. What is this? Are we ready to ride yet? Oh, no. We got to keep doing work to ride our fun toy. Thanks a lot, Altis, you jerks. Now is the fun part, right? The handlebar stem. This is what you guys all came to do. Nothing like wrenching on stuff, you know what I mean, guys? That's what makes us Sigma males. So what do you buy your stuff pre-made? What are you, a beta male? Are you a beta cuck? We're not beta cucks around here. We put our stuff together like real men. And maybe it takes us 4 to 5 hours because we keep losing stuff. My email address is shoottheshit@sigmamail.com. You know what's fun to do when you're filming, guys? Is you periodically say stuff that's ambiguous so the person you're with doesn't know if you're talking to them or you're talking to the audience. Keeps them on their toes. Couple ugga-duggas here. We're going to need what's called a screwdriver here to put on. This is our gear selector. You know, I actually don't even want to go out and ride. I'd rather just sit around here and put this thing together all day long. These have been out a little bit now, and nobody's really putting out videos on it until I start, of course, because I'm the best channel of all time. But then I saw Nathan, I think the guy, the owner of RevRides, was like, have patience. Like, what are we, doctors? No, we don't have patience. We need to see videos now. It's been like a week since people have had these, and there's a video, or there's one video, the guy rides around down in LA, and these kids walk up, and the kid just immediately starts horsing around with the guy's brake handle. I don't know about you, but if some kids came up and they started, hey, Mr. Nice Bike, and they start just rummaging around with your controls, oh, heck no. I'm going to jail. Hey, mister, you want to go to the emergency room? Huh? Mister? Maybe that's what Nathan meant when he said you got to have patience. He's like, you're going to be somebody's patient when these kids come up and start goofing around with your bike. I'm going to leave this loose because we're going to make some adjustments. Now it's time to put on that front brake caliper. Yeah, why doesn't Altis just send these things out like IKEA? Just send you a box full of bolts, and you just put the whole thing together. That'd be fun, right? Thanks again, Altis. I don't want to be out riding right now. I want to be putting this thing together. Because what he's going to do now, he's going to squeeze the handle, clamp down this road caliper here, and then we're going to tighten it up. So that keeps it aligned onto the rotor. Hold on. Don't let go yet. Keep doing your kegels. Okay. Just thingamajiggy. We're going to tighten that down so the axle doesn't come out because, you know, it's kind of frowned upon while you're riding around and the axle comes flying out. It's not that tight yet, fool. Backseat driver here is backseat John Elway over here. Like I know what I'm doing in the first place, guys. I see bolts, I just tighten them. I'm a Sigma male. Okay, guys, we're going to do the fun part of putting this spring onto the kickstand and try not to have this thing flying through my face. attempt number 3. Going in with the screwdriver, tensioning it now. It's at a weird angle. Ooh, looks like we got it. We got success. Now can you get the screwdriver out? There we go, guys. We have a functioning kickstand. Pretty. They really did a good job at the styling on this bike and the overall look. Except these damn handlebars. What were you thinking, Sigma? Let's put some toothpicks up here. Why would you possibly want bigger handlebars like every other bike manufacturer has? It's just impossible. We can't even fathom why you'd want that, right? We're going to see how these feel. Overall, I really like the look of these. I like the gold stanchions, or the gold cover over the stanchions. This is a really nice looking front fork, if you ask me. All in all, I like this seat too. Ooh, the seat feels pretty comfortable. Wow, it feels nice and soft. We'll have to see how that feels out there on the trail. I've seen a couple of these now. Maybe that stupid pre-production bike that everyone, the pre-production Altis, guys. Disregard everything you've seen about Altis because this is a pre-production bike. Why'd you even put out the video, assholes? But the chain, oh yeah, that chain is super loose. Look at that. You want to be a real Sigma male, you can ride it like this, but we're going to be tensioning this out. Okay, we're going to put on our fender. What do you call this thing? We're going to put on this piece that goes on the back. Open up the lid before you do this part, okay? Don't make the same beta male mistake. Look, guys, I'm not a Sigma yet. Sigmas, we're almost there. We're going to put on the display here. You know, it's kind of cute. Altis decided to put 10 mil bolts here on the front fender, while everything else on this bike has been Allen keys so far. So thanks, Altis, for keeping us on our toes. We got to connect these wires here, and I'm going to do this in super scientific fashion by making the colors match. So if you're colorblind, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, here goes the number plate. You guys seen enough of it yet? Hey, mister, how's the throttle feel on that? The number plate is securely mounted at 75 foot-pounds on each side. That bad boy's not going anywhere. I guess right now is a good time to point out that this Altis Sigma comes with a handy-dandy toolkit. So I guess instead of looking through all the stuff here, we probably could have reached in here. Look at the extreme quality of these. Snap on, eat your heart out. They had to spend at least 35 to 40 cents on making these. You know, I like John Hicks, guys, don't get me wrong, but you ever notice you watch his videos, he's like, I have a low tire, and the same bike 3 months later, he still hasn't put air in it? I guess he was too busy riding around in Compton gang zones, you know. All right, time to put on the kickstand sensor. I'm going to tell you with a lot of confidence, like I know what I'm doing here. But guys, I don't know what the hell I'm doing at all. Step 475 in putting your new Altis Sigma together is tensioning your damn chain. Because there's nothing I'd rather do right now than keep putting this thing together, guys. Okay, Mom. Okay, don't forget the screen. My bike's perfect. Oh, and they even tensioned it to about 5,000 foot-pounds of torque, too, just to make it extra hard. All right, Sigmas, we got finally got it all together. All we have left to do now is take off these plastics and then put the battery in and take it out for a ride. You know, however, on final inspection, I did find this in the box. It looks like there's a bunch of words in here, but unfortunately I can't read. But if you guys are interested, check out, there's one of these things in the box as well. But anyways, guys, that's enough BS. Let's go ahead and get out on the trail and take this thing for a test ride. Come on, let's go. Okay guys, so we are on the Altis Sigma now, and I can tell you right away, I can't figure out how to get the red NFC to work to get this thing into race mode. So tonight's ride, we're just going to be doing normal, eco, and sport. Get going. I can tell you right off the bat, this headlight's not the best. Slightly better than the stock MX4 and MX5 headlight, but this headlight's not very good. This bike has a unique sound to it, like a different hum. It's not quite as loud as the E-Ride or the Talaria. I think it's kind of quieter, especially on deceleration. Like, it's nice and quiet. Brakes, woo, these brakes feel nice. Had to bet them in a couple times. I'm gonna tell you guys, eco mode on this thing is like grandma mode. This thing is very slow in eco mode. Look at that. Oh yeah, I'm like full throttle right now. I do like having a mode that tops out about 28 miles an hour, so you can, you know, ride around and not have to worry about going too fast. So we're in normal mode now. The normal mode feels pretty quick. It's pretty stable, nice and stable. Give the horn a try now. Ooh, it's got a nice horn. So this horn is definitely louder than the E-Ride or the Talaria's. So Altis clearly the winner in the horn department. Okay, then we're gonna go into sport mode here. Oh, man, this thing feels quick. Yeah, sport mode's pretty fast, guys. He just put a new battery in his. He's got a now 76 volt setup, Torque 900 controller, so that thing's tricked out. That's not a stock MX4 by any means. Oh man, this thing feels nice and stable so far though. It doesn't feel very twitchy. The E-Ride feels very twitchy. The MX5 is nice and subtle. This is feels pretty nice. Man, this is quick. The sign there. Woo. Yeah, this baby's fast. I don't want to get ahead of myself because it is dark and it's the first time I'm riding, so I'm going to be taking it a bit easy. Man, this thing feels quick. The difference I'm noticing on this bike is other bikes will get up to speed and they start kind of like tapering off around 40 miles an hour, and it's like they slowly get up to speed. This thing feels like it's hitting its stride when you're getting up to 45 miles an hour, and it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. So I can tell you that's how fast this thing feels on sport. I can only imagine what this thing feels like in race mode. We'll figure out to get initial impressions. I'll be riding this a ton in the future, so guys, I'm not going to cram everything in today's video. You see here, this headlight will probably be one of the first things I upgrade. I do like the headlight that comes on the E-Ride Pro, and I know, at least for the MX5, you can get the grip shift headlight, direct replacement. Feels like a supercharged car when you start getting on the gas and the boost builds up and the power keeps coming and coming and coming. That's what it feels like on this. This thing is quick. The E-Ride has like an initial huge hit of torque and it kind of tapers off. The MX5 is more of a linear progression, and this thing is like just like up and up and up and up. This thing is fast. So yeah, this is for your regen here. On the right, you have your park. So this will shift it in and out of park, and you also have to tap the brake lever as well. Over here on the left, you have your headlight switch, gear, which switches between your drive modes, and you have your horn. So far, really liking the controls. It's nice and comfortable here. It does feel bigger between the legs. Oh guys, I know, that's what she said. But it does feel wider. And so far, I feel like it's living up to the hype. From the fit and finish, and besides the ridiculously long build time, the look of the bike, they did a lot of stuff right. I mean, even down to the case, it's a nice looking case. And guys, if you want one, feel free to use the link in the description of this video and purchase your own from RevRides. RevRides is the only place you're going to want to buy one of these, guys. Don't be ridiculous. Use one of those other inferior vendors. Get one from RevRides. Shout out to RevRides. Patrick and Nate over there at RevRides, great team to work with. So we're showing 83% on the battery. Tripometer did reset, but we got 7 miles total. Go ahead and turn on this headlight again. So 7 miles total. I don't think the battery was completely topped off at 100. It was still charging when I unplugged it, so I don't think this is going to be very indicative of how much range. But I have a feeling this bike's going to get good range as long as you're not completely hammering the throttle. This is silly. Whoa, man, this thing gets after it. Hey, mister, you want to go to the ER? To say this throttle mapping feels smooth. Just linear, nice progression in power. It goes from, hey, we're accelerating to, oh gosh, this is silly. Anticipating race mode is going to be kind of absurd. Man, this thing pulls at like 40, like those other bikes pull at 20. Or you just hold down reverse and then you use the throttle. Oh, we're going backwards.
Okay.
Man, this bike is silly fast. One thing I'm not looking forward to is the carrying it up my stairs test, because I live in the second story of an apartment building with no elevator, so I have to manually carry these things up the stairs. Now I'm guessing, I've heard this weighs about 190 something pounds. We'll see what it, how carrying it up without the battery in is going to be. I'm guessing it's not going to be very fun. So here we go. I'm going to go try race mode begrudgingly. Not going to do much of a pull, guys, because you know it is dark and I'm not trying to go see if the emergency room is open tonight. But yikes! Woo! What is wrong with these people at Altis? They just make this bike and release it out to the public? This is absurd. Jeez Louise, this thing is fast. Why have they done this? Yeah, this is a bit wet right here. I'm not going to be testing my luck, that's for sure. This thing is silly fast, guys. I don't think you understand. If you've ridden an E-Ride Pro or an MX5 and you're like, wow, that bike's fast, you're going to get on this bike and you're going to be like, okay, I need to go to the nearest bathroom. I'm just trying to, you know, jeez. This is silly. These folks over at Altis are just crazy. This is like a warhead. Louise. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing much race mode tonight, guys. But you know, I feel awake right now, I'll tell you that much. You're not going to be wanting to daydream when you're riding around in race mode, I'll tell you that. Oh man, this thing is fast. Alright guys, there you have it, the new Altis Sigma. I'm officially a Sigma male. This bike is absolutely ridiculous. Bit of a painful unboxing and installation. I mean, it's nothing too bad. It's very doable, but you're definitely doing more on this bike than you are on others. Remember, you got to unlock your race mode. You don't really need it. This bike is absurd. It's fast. It's kind of hard to believe that Altis, they just sell these things to any old Joe Schmo with money. But anyways, guys, I'll be making quite a bit of videos on this in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.